everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my reading channel. It has been a long time. I feel like I say this every single time I start making videos on this channel again, but it has been a long time. It's been like 2 to 3 months since I've uploaded on this channel, but I feel like I've clearly stated multiple times that I just do this channel for fun. And sometimes it's kind of hard to upload reading content when you're not really reading that much. And if you don't follow my main channel, then you wouldn't know that I actually just recently moved. As you can see, I'm in a new place. I went from my apartment to now having a house. That is pretty much what I have been doing the past couple months since I last did my reading vlog. In that reading vlog, I told you guys that I got a home loan, but I was able to find a rental that was decently priced. I mean, it's still pretty expensive, but I found a rental and I am renting a house right now for the next year and a half. So that is how life is going right now, if you guys are wondering. Hence all the new space and everything. I have a whole new library room specifically that is going to be for my books. And that is going to be a future video on this channel where I set up my new library, and I am so excited to do that video. I have my shelves coming in the mail and everything to kind of finish the room. I still need to buy like a couple things, but that's gonna be a future video. In this video today, I figured I would do a 24-hour readathon because I actually haven't done that bad at reading this month. I've read 3 books this month in December, but they were romance books, so they were really quick reads. But I did read quite a bit at the beginning of the month before the move, but I haven't really specifically taken time to just spend all day reading. And since I'm kind of settled into the house right now, I figured I would just take a day to relax for myself and I would do a 24-hour readathon. If you don't know what that is, basically you just try to read as much as you can within 24 hours. I was actually going to do a different video today. I was going to do a video where I read my favorite childhood books in 24 hours. Then I realized I still have all my books boxed up in my garage because I haven't set up my library yet. So I don't really feel like going through 20 boxes outside to try to find my childhood books. Here's the stuff that I am working with today. I have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And the reason I have this out and not in a box is because this was supposed to be my Patreon buddy read book for November. And I was in a pretty hard slump of not wanting to read, especially not fantasy books, in November. So I only got to page 90 and then I put it down and I haven't read since, even though it's really not that bad. I just have a really hard time connecting with fantasy books for some reason. I can't do it. But I've been watching The Witcher on TV and it's kind of put me in a fantasy mood a bit, so I figured I could try to finish this book. Even though I'm not vibing with it, I still want to finish it because I hate starting books and not finishing them. And then I also have my Kindle. So I'm actually reading a romance book on my Kindle right now. I am reading the 3rd book in the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. It's called The Schooler. I am 55% of the way through the book. It's just like a typical like college romance book. Hockey player falls in love with a girl kind of stuff. This is the 3rd book. I've read the first 2. The first book I gave 4 stars and the second book I gave 2.5 stars. The second one was really bad, but I've heard that the 3rd one is like almost better than the first. So I figured I'd read the 3rd one, stop there, because I know the next book has like a pregnancy trope in it and I don't really care about kids and pregnancy or anything like that, so I'm not gonna read that one. So I think I'm gonna try to finish the romance book first because I can fly through it really fast, and then I'm going to try to finish this. And if I can somehow finish both of those books within these next 24 hours, then I'm just going to find another random book on Kindle Unlimited to read since I don't have any other physical books out of boxes right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm just going to put some like nice lo-fi music on in the background, or maybe just some TV in the background. I cannot read in silence. Like I can't do it, especially in this house. This house is pretty like big, and that's not me trying to brag at all. People tend to think I'm bragging when I say it's big. I say it's big because it's way bigger than my apartment that I had. It's like 1,000 square feet bigger than my apartment. So I'm not used to a house that's really quiet, but also really echoey. So like any noise my animals make, it like echoes throughout the whole house, and I don't like the noises. So I'm gonna have to put some music on or something. I lit a candle and I'm very excited. All right, it is now almost 6 p.m. I've been reading since like 2:30 p.m., so a couple hours. And I just finished the third book of the Off-Campus series by Ella Kennedy. I was kind of getting bored with it, I'm not gonna lie. I rated it 3 out of 5. If you've read the series, then maybe you will agree with me, but I feel like all of the books are like trying to be the first book and they're all very repetitive. Like all of the boys act exactly the same. And look at this piece of hair. What is it doing? Why is it wanting to go over there? All of the boys act exactly the same in every book. They're obnoxious, misogynistic, gross. The girls are pretty similar, sarcastic, not like other girls, you know, that kind of thing. So I kind of just got tired of it because all 3 of them were very similar. But I mean, they were still enjoyable to say the least. So I did finish that book. Here is what I have on my Kindle. I've pretty much already read everything on here except for Cinderella is Dead, Crown of Midnight. I started Crown of Midnight, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, I haven't read Penelope Douglas's new book yet, but I've pretty much read all of the other books in my Kindle right now. So now I'm going to try to read The Night Circus. I don't know how well I'm going to do with reading this. Like I said, I'm just not a big fantasy reader. I'm really trying to step out of my comfort zone, and I feel like I have in the past year. I've been reading a lot more adult books and like thrillers and horrors and stuff like that, but for some reason I just never can really get into fantasy. So I'm going to try to read a couple chapters, and if I'm not feeling it, then I'll try to pick another book from my Kindle. But I'm gonna turn on another ASMR room that's more of a fantasy theme, and maybe it will get me in a better mood. Okay, update. I don't know what my hair is doing. What the heck? But I got to page 135 of The Night Circus, and like, it's just okay. I don't know. I think it's just really slow. I don't think I've really gotten into the meat of the story yet. Took a dinner break and I started watching The Witcher while I was eating, and now I'm about to finish season 1, so I can't really stop at this point. Like, I want to keep watching. It's so good. So I'm gonna keep watching The Witcher for right now. Take a little bit of break from reading because, like I said, I'm just not like super into this book. Like, it's not bad, but it's just like not my cup of tea. But I think it's going to get better because I do like the circus, so I don't know. I'm just gonna keep watching The Witcher though. Okay guys, it is the next day, and I know I didn't really film that much yesterday. A lot happened last night. I was reading, right? I was reading The Night Circus, and like I said, I got to page like 135, and then I watched The Witcher, and then I finished season 1 of The Witcher, started season 2 because like I just could not watch it. And then my dad called me at like midnight, and he was like, your mom has COVID. So my mom has COVID. I was literally with her 2 days ago. We literally shared a drink together. And then I woke up this morning and I feel like absolute horseshit. And I also don't have internet. So I am, like, my internet stopped working because it's thunderstorming. Yeah, a lot has been happening, and I don't have service or internet. So the only thing that I can do is read a physical book, and I don't have any more books on my Kindle that I can read that I want to read that doesn't require the internet to download it. So I have to read The Night Circus, or I have to read one of the books that I got for Christmas, which is fine because I actually have Punk 57, and I also have the 3rd book of the Beautiful series that I want to read. So I'm going to try to finish this before I start those books, but I'm gonna take a COVID test. My sister's gonna drop off a rapid test for me to take, so hopefully I don't have it, but I feel awful. Okay guys, I don't know when I last updated you guys. I think it's when I told you guys I was gonna take like a COVID test or something like that. I don't remember. But my rapid test tested negative, but my whole family just tested positive today, and I've been with them. So I'm pretty sure I have COVID, and my rapid test just didn't detect it because it could be too early. Rapid tests aren't detecting Omicron and all of that stuff. So I'm losing my voice, but I definitely do think I have COVID, but I do feel a lot better today. An update on my reading though. Yesterday I literally, when my voice is out, I sound like I've been crying. I promise, I'm fine. Didn't really do much reading, I feel like read up to page like 230, I think, of The Night Circus, and I am just not vibing with it. I am trying so hard to like it, and I just am confused. I don't know what's going on. I do not like books where each chapter is like a different perspective of different people. And the fact that each chapter is a different perspective of a bunch of different people, I cannot make my brain connect the different chapters, because we'll talk about one person from one chapter and then 5 chapters later that person shows up again. I can't remember all of that stuff very well, especially with fantasy books. Like I've heard so many amazing things about this book, and it is written beautifully, but I think I just don't connect with it. I don't understand what's really going on, other than there's 2 characters who are supposed to like go against each other in this like circus, but still don't really know why they are and like what's the point. And I think it's going to be a romance. I'm not sure. I'm not completely DNFing it yet because I still want to give it a chance, but I'm just really not vibing with it. And I don't think that's the book's fault, the author's fault. I think it's just not my cup of tea personally. So yeah, it's upstairs because I was reading it in bed last night, but I know this vlog was originally supposed to be like a 24-hour readathon, but since I can absolutely do nothing now that I'm sick with no internet other than read, I have been reading for 3 days. I did take breaks here and there for sleeping. I've been doing a lot of sleeping on this couch. I want to read this. This is The Righteous by Renee Audier. I love this series. This is the 3rd book. And the first book is The Beautiful, and then we have The Damned, which is the 2nd book, and then The Righteous is the 3rd book. And this literally just came out in December, and my sister got it for me for Christmas. And it's like this really pretty blue color. It's like a sky blue. And I absolutely love this series. It's like a historical vampire series, and I have absolutely loved it. I love the characters. And I'm so glad that I finished the 2nd book like a couple months ago, so I didn't have to wait super long for this one to come out. I'm gonna start this one because I want to read a book that I'm actually enjoying, and I think I'm really going to enjoy this one, hopefully. So. Hey guys, it is the next morning. It is January 1st. Have the ugliest hair in the world. This is what I'm dealing with when it comes to my hair. Like, it is just, it sticks straight up. Like, it's just so bad. It's so bad. My hair literally only looks good when it's styled. So it is the next day, and I stayed up till 1 in the morning last night reading The Righteous by Renee Audier, and I got like halfway into the book. I'm on page 204, and at first I was like, I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it or not, because this 3rd book, Renee Audier made 2 of the side characters main characters. If you've read the series, this is not a spoiler, but if you've read the series, Pippa and Arjun, I don't know how to say his name, they are the main characters of this book. While I did like them in the first 2 books, I didn't know if I would care enough about them to make them main characters, but I'm actually really enjoying it. I really enjoy the dynamic between Pippa and Arjun. Like, they're so cute, and like, I just love the way that they talk to each other, and it's like historical, so they talk like very elegantly to each other, and it's just like so good. I really like the way that the story is going, but Celine and Bastien, I think that's how you say his name, from the 2 first books, they're still in this book. They have not showed up yet, and I'm already halfway through the book, but I believe they're gonna be in the last half. If you really like the 2 main characters from the first 2 books, they are still in this book, but they are not the main storyline. So I'm guessing there's probably gonna be more books after this, because I'm already halfway through and there's still a lot that needs to be said. So I'm assuming that this is going to be a long book series that goes on, which kind of sucks because this book literally just came out and then I'll have to wait so long for the next one. But I still don't have internet until later today, so I'm just going to keep reading this book. Don't feel amazing, but I feel better than I did the past 2 days. Just my throat, man, that's pretty much it. And I get like really dizzy too. Oh, and I forgot to say, I just set my 2022, this feels weird saying that, 2022 reading goal, 30 books. I set it to 75 in 2021 and I was way too bold putting that. I don't know why I put 75 books. I only read like 32. So I figured I would go at a reasonable amount this year at 30. And if I go above, then it'll just make me feel really good about myself. I have been doing the Goodreads reading goal since 2013, and only 1 year since 2013 have I completed the reading goal, which was 2019. I read 50 books. 2019 was a really good reading year for me. I read 50 books in 2019, and every other year since 2013 to now, past like 10 years, I've never completed a reading goal except for 1 year. So I am setting the bar low for myself this year. Honestly, that's fine because then I'll feel really good about myself once I hit that 30. Hey guys, it is the 3rd of January now. My throat feels a lot better. My nose is now stuffed up and I can't breathe out of my nose. I'm still very out of breath. I am feeling a lot better. I've been forgetting to update the reading vlog. On the 1st, I finished The Righteous by Renee Audier. As you can see by all the pink tabs, I really liked this book. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. Like I said before, they made 2 of the side characters main characters, but the main characters of the first 2 books were in this book as well. But it was still really good. There's gonna be way more books in this series. It definitely ended where you have to wait for another book, and I'm so frustrated because I don't want to wait for another one. It's how it goes. You just gotta wait. I believe this whole series so far I've rated 4 and 5 stars. The first book was 5 stars and then the last 2 have been 4 stars. So the series is doing really good for me so far. I'm still like not even halfway into the Night Circus. I still do want to finish it and I will try to finish it. I still don't have internet. It's been a week since my internet went out. Still don't have it. They said that they were working on it. I believe I saw some workers outside working on the like cables and stuff, so I know that they are actively working on it, but I have so many videos that I need to edit and I can't. So the only thing I can do right now without totally wearing myself out is read, but I need to clean like my animal enclosure stuff. My whole bedroom is an absolute mess because I still haven't unpacked like half of my things. I've been here for 2 weeks, but I did move in a couple days before Christmas and the holidays, so it was kind of like a bad time. Hey guys, so it is January 11th, and it's been almost 2 weeks since I got COVID, and this reading vlog was originally just going to be like how many books I can read while I was sick, and I think I read like 2.5. After I finished the other book that I finished, I don't even remember what it was, but I started reading the first Witcher book on my Kindle, The Last Wish, and I'm 60% into that book. I've been listening to it on audiobook while I'm cleaning and doing things, and then I've also been reading it on my Kindle before bed. So I really like the audiobook. It's really good. I really like the narrator for the audiobook, and it's really easy to read as well. So I'm almost done with that book, and then I will continue on with the Witcher series. As you can see from behind me, I finally finished setting up all of my bookshelves here in my office, and there's still a lot that I want to do to finish off this room. So I am filming that video for this channel, so stay tuned for that. It probably won't be for a couple weeks because I still want to get a pretty rug for the floor, and I want to get like a little reading chair to go in the room, and I want to put up art on the walls, and I want to finish all of that before I upload the video. I did post pictures of what my bookshelves and the room looks like on Patreon, so I will have a Patreon down below. And if you're interested in joining my Buddy Read book club, I do have that on Patreon down below as well. The book that we are reading for this month is You've Reached Sam, and I don't remember the author's name. Yeah, I'll have that down below. I have like a Buddy Read, and then we can talk about it in the Discord, and then I also film a reading vlog for the book and everything. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading vlog. It was fun to film me reading again. I have been reading a lot lately, a lot more than I have been in the past like half a year. I'm very happy about it, and I really do plan on making more reading videos. I have a lot of reading video ideas, book channel ideas in my head. I just have to film them and everything. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!